is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Your Average Girl Talk, where we aim to gain and give different perspectives on unpopular opinions and uncomfortable topics. And of course, I just have to say thank you to everyone tuning in from IG, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you might be listening from. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay? And you already know the deal. I asked you guys on my IG story what you wanted us to talk about today. And you guys voted to talk about what is a good friend. Okay, so we're going to talk about all the shadiness, all the tea, and everything in between. Okay? And whatever qualifies as a good friend is what we're going to be talking about. Okay? So, let's address the elephant in the room. First things first, I look a mess. Okay? It is late. I do not film late. Okay? I done had this makeup on all day. But I'm not going to give any excuses. I wanted to do this every single week for you guys, so that's what we're doing, okay? The second elephant in the room. Clearly, I'm not in my regular schmegular setup, okay? We have a ghetto setup today is what we're going to call this, okay? Ghetto setup, and it just is what it is. I love you. Just forgive me, okay? But with that being our topic for today, it was only right, okay? It was only right that I do this video with my best friend, okay? My best friend. I'm here with in LA, and I'm just really excited for you guys to meet him because I just love him so much, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce. Hey, actually, really quick, am I blurry?
No, you're focused.
Okay, great. I also don't have a third person helping me out, so this is super ghetto. That being said, I want to welcome my friend Javon.
Hey.
Okay.
I was waiting.
He was ready. Okay,
what's popping?
No,
brand new shirt just bopping.
Ooh.
So, you know.
I gotta tell you.
You guys, this is gonna be a long.
Too much.
I mean, a long episode. Okay, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yes.
So really quick before we start. Actually, I'm gonna let them know what's going down. So this whole episode is just gonna be ghetto, okay? And I am here for all of it.
I'm
so
ready.
We're gonna kind of get out of what I normally do. We got some drink, okay? Ooh. So yeah, let's show real quick. We got some drink. Ooh.
And it's cold.
It's freezing.
Watch
okay.
out.
We got some drink. Okay. So Rock, we got some drink, and we got some drink. Okay.
Why?
So
I'm not rubbing.
Yeah, he all rubbing the thing. Okay. And just so you know, I don't always cut stuff out, so we're gonna try to make this as smooth as possible.
I love it. We don't cut nothing out. We raw here.
Okay, perfect. Just so we're clear. Okay, I'm like, be careful with what you say. Gee. So, yeah, let us know about you and just what you do day to day life.
Yeah, I am an artist in the making, and my day-to-day job is a teller. I work at Chase Bank.
Yes.
Thanks, Chase. Here we go with his hands.
He always does this.
Here we go with his hands, guys. I get awkward. I'm sorry if I get awkward, but I'll try not to be awkward.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I work as a teller, and yeah, I just try to make this money. I'm trying to be a artist, and
he's really
great. You know, just a little thing. You guys check me out, Von B.
Yes.
You know?
Of course, I'm gonna link it below. Like, you guys have to hear him. He's amazing, and that's not just me being biased. So
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
I like that attitude though. Let him know. He is great. He's great. So I'll link it below, so make sure you guys check it out.
We'll link it below.
Me, not you.
Okay.
You guys, it's gonna be this the whole episode, okay? Just the whole episode, us bickering back and forth. So let's go ahead and just really tap into it. And I want to know, do you find yourself having a lot of friends or just more acquaintances?
I definitely feel that I have a lot more acquaintances than friends because I'm
just the kind of person that don't trust everybody.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to kind of like make real friends, and I guess it's something we'll get into, but definitely acquaintances, not a lot of friends.
And I'm social, so people would think I have a lot of friends. I'm like, wow, you don't have friends? No, I'm very, very, very careful of choosing my friends, so no, acquaintances for sure.
Yeah, and that's actually what I was going to say. I'm like, he's actually a very, very social person for everyone that knows him.
Yeah, I'll talk all day.
Very welcoming, very friendly, so it's, you know, kind of ironic that you feel like you don't have a lot of friends. Yeah. But I feel that you need to be selective because not everyone is your friend, okay?
Say that.
So at what point do you consider someone no longer an acquaintance and more of a friend? Like, what things do you do for that to happen?
Probably just like building history with each other, like going through experiences together for sure. Like somebody seeing me at my low is definitely probably going to be a friend in the future. Like, if you're still, like, seeing me at my lowest point and you're still with me, like, definitely you're going to be my friend.
Yeah. So
that's probably one of the points. Yeah, just, like, experiences and...
Yeah.
I said experiences.
You did. He did. That being said, I think it's time to take a shot really quick.
Ah, damn it.
I'll let you go ahead and get it together while I get my 2 cents. You know, I think that...
Take a shot.
Okay, we're just gonna take a little shot. Heller.
Oh.
Relax. I feel like, you know, you can start really considering someone a friend when you talk to them outside of whatever environment you met them in, right? So we all have work friends. So when you start texting them outside of work, you know, when you start seeing them outside of work, I feel like, okay, you're really starting to build that rapport. You're really starting to know them.
Do you have friends?
Do I have friends?
Work friends.
Work friends. I kind of work on my own a lot now, so I would say no. I did have work friends, like people that I worked with. Like, you're excited to see that person every time you clock in, okay?
Right.
But I will say, anytime I quit those jobs, I stopped talking to those people. Which is a big one. Like, it's one thing for it to be convenient, but when it's not convenient anymore, like...
Cut.
You can tell you guys weren't really that great of friends.
Thanks,
you know?
sister.
I think when you're just talking about one thing, you know, and I say work because I feel like that's the easiest thing to relate it to, but it's like, if you hang out outside of work, but all you talk about is work, like, are you really friends?
It's just work.
You know? So there's that. Second of all, let's talk about how he did not pour me a shot.
I thought I was just taking a shot.
No, that was really selfish, and I just want us all to acknowledge.
I thought if I messed up, then I gotta take a shot.
No, I'm gonna literally have to put a clip of you drinking at that time because I'm like, boy, hello, there's 2 of us
My bad,
and a whole bottle, okay?
You know, I'll take another one on. Cheers, huh?
Yeah, there we go. See, this is just different, okay? This is just different.
Sorry you guys can't be here.
I know. We're actually turning up in LA. I've been here for the week, and we're having a great time. You got it. I really was gonna try my best not to make a face, but here we are. Here we are. Gross. All right. But yes. So that's kind of my thoughts on like when do you consider someone actually a friend? Is when you can talk about everything in life, not just one piece of life that you guys have in common. And I kind of want to know, what are deal breakers for you? Like, no, I can't hang out with this person for real. We can't really be friends. Like, what are those deal breakers within friendships?
Okay, so definitely somebody that cannot handle their own, you know? Somebody that's always asking for something or that just needs me for everything. Like, I don't need needy friends, okay? I'm needy enough, so...
Sorry.
Not someone that's, like, super needy.
Yeah.
Someone that's not selfish, for sure. Like, I just don't like selfish people. I just feel like I'm pretty giving as much as I can when I got it. Because I don't know what's got it, which is never. But I try to give, and so I feel like if my friend's not giving back, it's like, all right, you're just...
mooching.
Like, or it's like a
moocher.
It's like a one-sided...
You know, friendships can be two-sided.
One-sided,
being really one-sided. I don't like that.
Yeah.
True. Somebody that...
a deal breaker. Because I don't meet a lot of people. I mean, you know, I don't know.
Those are really big ones. I mean, first of all, like, honestly, I don't like the one-sidedness, okay? I don't like the one-sided me always asking you to go somewhere. I don't like the one-sided me always picking you up. I don't like the one-sided me getting your drinks or food when we go out.
Yeah.
I can't stand one-sided stuff. Like, if we're not kind of bouncing back and forth, like... Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth with my thoughts, but you know, I have a really great friend group from high school, and I consider them really great friends because now we're at a point where we've grown and we've evolved and we all kind of have our own goals and things that we're doing, but the love is still there. Anytime any of us need anything, we send a text and we got it, and that's just that. You know what I'm saying? And we don't keep track of like, oh, you owe me this, you owe me that. Never that. Like, if we ever lended each other money, we gave it back. Like, when we said we were. Yeah. That's a big thing. Yeah. Because I don't trust anyone with my coin except for, like, literally a couple people. Not even a handful.
Yeah. I don't trust myself with my coin.
Okay. I don't even trust myself with my own money. What you talking about?
I don't trust you.
Excuse me. But, like, that is just a really big thing for me. But my point being is that it's we just care for each other. We give to each other. We don't have to be like, hey, you owe me this, now you can buy me this. No. Hey, you got me last time we went out. I got you. You want some drinks? You want some shots? What's good? Like, to where it's like an unspoken language, I feel like that is what qualifies you as a friend.
It's unspoken. I don't have to say it. You know what I mean? I'm not counting.
I'm not tallying up. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'll start to notice if I'm like putting out a lot and you're not giving any. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I'll start tallying. Like, all right.
Now it's not adding up. Okay, right. I'm a tally when it's only me doing this stuff.
Exactly. And I think really, honestly, the big thing is just one-sided. Because I was thinking of another thing and I'm like, well, somebody that like doesn't really care about what you're saying and it's always about them. You know what I mean? Like somebody that'll turn a conversation and they'll just start talking about themselves. It's like, I was telling my story. You know?
I was talking. But it all just ties into just like one-sided. If I have somebody that's just talking about themselves or just like worried about themselves, I don't vibe with you.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people don't have that self-awareness. Like, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'm guilty of that. I like to talk. I like to ramble. And I know that's, like, something I got to work on.
Yeah.
But especially, more specifically with you, I feel like I know.
This shot is...
No, I'm like, what is he doing? Look, and you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Music. If only y'all can see this. You need to hop over to YouTube or my IG to see what this man is doing.
No.
And that being said, I think we should just get another shot. Because he is out of it. And I think we should just keep it going, you know?
I love it.
We should just keep it going.
Another shot for the two of us.
For the two, yeah, just so we're clear.
Okay.
But all in all, like, yeah, I'm going to need it to be a little bit of equal effort there, okay?
Yeah.
Like, but that unspoken language is real. Like,
that is real.
Especially with us. Like, I wish you guys, look, I'm not even going to lie. One of these days, we will somehow have our own show or series because you guys have to just see us on a day-to-day basis. Like, you guys would watch us and you would get the unspoken language. Like, we just do it so much. Like, you don't even have to say anything. Like, you will be like, Naggy, and I'll like just know where to look in what direction and what to look for, and it's like we got it, boom, and we'll just start cracking up.
Or she's like, no, I already see it.
We'll literally like we peep the same stuff all the time. It's amazing, but that unspoken language is very real. And that being said, cheers. Damn, that boy thirsty to get me, boy.
It's just smooth.
Yeah. It's really smooth. Y'all, this Ciroc is not smooth. He is caffeine.
Lying.
Y'all, this is gonna be a funny episode because I'm like, now what? I said, oh, now what? Okay, this is the most like non-professional thing I've ever done. But I need you guys to also know me, okay? And this is the most non-professional, but you guys have to know me. And this is, I feel very relaxed right now, and we're talking about friends, and I'm just really happy that I'm able to do this with you because he is literally like one of the closest people I've ever had in my life. So it just only makes sense to film with him right now. Okay. Okay. It only makes sense. So you guys are kind of seeing like a more lax side of Nick Nag or whatever. So.
Come on, Nick Nag.
Yeah. It's the smack. Get up. I'm losing my train of thought, but one-sided, we did touch on that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Another thing that I feel like we need to touch on when it comes to friends is, I guess it's kind of along with that like unspoken rule, but like I need honesty, I need communication, I need clarification. Like early on in friendships, it's kind of hard to know boundaries, what people are okay with, what they're not okay with, and all of that. And I've definitely experienced that like plenty of times where it's like, and it comes with maturity because it had to be like, I had to look at myself and be like, Nikki, they don't know you. They don't really know what pushes your buttons. They don't really know what aggravates you. You know, you really have to talk through that and make it clear. And then when you do communicate it and make it clear, you need to see some sort of things change. I feel like when people care about you, their actions change and they cater to how you feel.
For sure.
And it's important to do so. Like, it's very important to do so because it's like if I've already said something, you know what I'm saying? We've addressed it, but then things are not changing. It's like, okay, so again, one-sided. You're not really worried about me.
Yep.
You're, we're more self-consumed or you're more worried about yourself, which, okay, you don't owe me anything. No one in life owes you anything. You can't be mad at that, but you gotta know how you move. You know, how do I move with this person? Are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is, and that's okay.
And you can care about yourself. Like, no one's telling you not to care about yourself. Like, care about yourself, but like, we just don't need to be friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're really just not try to do that, that's fine. You know what I mean?
That's okay. Yeah, it's 110% okay. You have to know how to move around certain people, though. But one big thing with all of my friends really has been communication. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's different with my different friends. Like, personally, like, my friends from high school, they know a very sensitive side of me. Boo-hooing, crying, okay? Any little thing, I'd be just upset, okay? Mm-hmm. So they know how to approach me with the situation. Maybe if I'm in the wrong, or maybe if they don't agree fully, they know how to approach me to where it's not really gonna, like, set me off. You know what I'm saying? And we've just built that relationship over the years that I've known them. You know what I'm saying? And then I had people like you to where we are way more blunt. And we are just very, like, we're just full of humor. We just, like, are fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can tell each other and be real about something in a way that's like, oh, sweetie, like, you know, we're checking one another, but it's very blunt and straight to the point. Like, fix it, let's correct this, whatever it is.
And while you're on that topic, I mean, let's just talk about the nitty-gritty. So, like, we all know friends. We all have friends, the people that, you know, those some friends that's still working on themselves, you know what I mean? And that's trying to find themselves or whatever have you. Yeah. I need a friend that's going to tell me about myself. Yeah. And we definitely have that. 100%. We definitely have that. We have moments where you're calling me or I'm calling you, and maybe you drunk or I'm drunk or, like, you mad or you talking about something. He's talking about you. But it's fine. And, you know, I'm just listening. Yeah. I'm there listening to you. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. There may be some things that you're saying. I'm like, I don't really agree with that. But you know what I mean? I'm going to let you vent. Yes. You know what I mean? But luckily for you, you get it at the end of the day. Like, the next day, you're like, I was like that. Okay. You know what I mean? I was drunk. I was like, all right, cool. I didn't have to check you. I didn't have to tell you. But at some point, I would have told you. And vice versa, always. And, you know, you always
do that all the time. Yeah. No, but seriously, like, and that's, like, really great of him. Like, I don't think there is almost anyone that's able to get through to me sometimes the way that you are. Like, he's not kidding. I will call him in the moment, heated, hot. Like, you know when something fresh happens and you are just heated. Like, there is no rationalizing. There is no nothing. And you just talk, and you kind of talk out of your ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you're just angry. You're really upset in the moment. He's the one I call to talk all my shit to. Yep. Every time. And it never fails. He just listens at first because that's what I need. Like, he knows me. He knows that, again, like, I'm going to come to my senses every time. If I'm mad or upset, I sleep on it. I wake up in the morning like, yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. But in the moment it was. And he just knows that about me. And so it's like, he's able to just listen and just kind of fill me out and just kind of support me in the moment. And then we talk about it the next day. He's like, yeah. Honestly, always a great story. Like, that was funny as shit. Like, you was on one. But he won't laugh at me in the moment because he knows I'm very sensitive and I will be extra mad if he laughs. But we laugh about it afterwards.
Yeah, I definitely only laugh when I hang up. And
shady, not when he hangs up. I'm like, we got that. But he knows how to handle me in that moment. And then, I'm not gonna lie, there's plenty of times where I'm stubborn, and he knows that, and I know that, and the world knows that. Okay, if you know me, you know that. And there's plenty of times where I feel a certain way about a situation, and it's more so with men. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's like always with guys, is where he really like balances me out.
I'm like, it's
yeah, no, actually, it's literally always when I'm talking to him about.
It's always men.
It's always men. It really is. But, of course, like, I'm seeing it from a female's perspective, a smart perspective. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys. Love you. And, you know, so he's obviously a man. So he's able to kind of give me, like, a change. You got me not even making sense. He's able to give me a different perspective and look at it from, you know, maybe the other side. Yeah. And that has helped me a lot more. Like, having a best friend of the opposite sex is, like, way more valuable than probably most people would think. He's taught me a lot, okay?
Get you a male friend.
Okay. Or female if you're a man.
Nah, get you a male friend.
No. Or a female. Okay, like, what we going my neck just cracked. Anyway, y'all, we are lit. Okay, again, if you're listening on Apple Music or Spotify, I love y'all. This Ciroc is kicking in, folks.
I'm busy.
And I'm hot.
We can turn the AC on really quickly, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be loud.
Don't get out of... leave that off. We're going to have to just sweat it out.
We're gonna sweat it out.
We're gonna sweat it out. Make sure you're in frame. No, you guys, you are getting everything right now. When I tell you I do not have a third person, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to someone helping me out. And that being said, I love you guys so much. And if you're really enjoying this, I want you guys to share with your friends. And I want your guys' input. And make sure you click the link in my bio because I'm actually going to start sending out monthly newsletters to keep you guys updated on things I want to improve on, things that I'm planning on adding into the podcast and whatnot. And I'm actually getting your guys' feedback, and you're actually able to get into a drawing to win a little bit of money. And when I say little, I mean literally a little.
Get that money.
A little bit of money.
That money.
Okay, I have very small budget, but I want to get you guys in a drawing and get back to you guys because, boy, not you. Anybody but him. I really want to get you guys involved because there has been a good chunk of people supporting me within this process, and I seriously do appreciate you guys. Thanks, and I love you. And I'm sorry that was midway through this thing, but just kind of tying a bow on the last thing we said is just kind of really knowing one another and knowing how to handle each other. A big thing is, and this is the last kind of point that I want to touch on, is being able to bump heads and clap, come right back.
You took it right out of my mouth.
No, literally.
I'm about to say, get you a friend that you can argue with.
Argue with for real.
Get you a friend that you can argue with and be cool the next day.
And no, I'm talking straight beefing, hot, and then literally we're good, instantly. And I say that, of course, because of him. Now I have other friends where it's we've kind of bumped heads and we can talk about it and be cool because it really is about understanding. I think when you're truly friends with someone, there is no blood. There is no bad blood, and you guys know there was really no ill will. When sometimes you just bump heads and you don't agree or whatever the case may be, but you guys are able to really talk it out and be okay.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little story real quick.
I'm ready.
It happened last night.
He's talking about with me. Yes.
Now, we was out in the club. We was walking, and my friend got some shoes. They're new shoes. And she wanted to try them on. We going to Vegas this weekend. Hey.
Gang, gang.
And she wanted to try the shoes out. We was walking on the club. And she started getting irritated. Her feet had hurted.
Real bad, terrible.
Her feet had hurted, okay?
I got a blister now, just so we're all clear. They were really hurting.
She started hollering at me, telling me she don't want to walk no more. And then we started bickering, whatever. But you know what? We bickered. And she came to me at the bar and she told me, I'm sorry. And I said, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Get you a friend that's going to apologize the same night. Because apologize to me tomorrow is over. No.
So let me tell my side real quick, okay? So this is what had happened. So clearly I was testing out the new shoes and they really did hurt it. They really did hurt it.
I believe you.
I seriously have a blister. I'm not kidding about that either.
We can't zoom in on that thing.
No, we're not going to show the blister. But, ew. So, yes, my feet were hurting and I was definitely intoxicated and I was nagging. It was very naggy. And I can see that now, the next day. It was very naggy. It was girl, tone it down. You're making us look bad. That's the kind of vibe I was giving off because I was very drunk. But these fools had us walking a freaking block and a half or 2-3 blocks.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. What's going on? What's happening?
Help, oh God.
But yes, you guys literally went from one club and the next club was all the way down. I was no, they're kidding. They're absolutely kidding.
Yeah.
It was obnoxious. So at that point I was
I did carry you on my back.
For 0.2 seconds.
Two times, guys.
2 times for 0.2 seconds for a total of 0.4 seconds. And it did nothing. It did nothing. But anyway, we had to walk a lot. And for me, I was why are we bouncing around? What's the point of this? Whatever. But we got to the next bar, and I was able to kind of realize, very early on, yeah, you're doing a lot, Nikki. Just relax. It's not that serious. So we bumped heads, and then we were in the next bar, and we were fine. We are able to bicker so much, but that's also because we're so honest.
Yeah.
We're very blunt.
That's really true.
We're blunt, and so it's if I don't like something, I let you know.
Yep.
And if you're you don't like something, he lets me know. And so it's most times we kind of can correct it, okay, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. And other times we're no, da-da-da-da-da, and we fight back.
And honestly, it's a lot of people that won't say what they feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They won't say that, and
yeah.
it'll just build up, and then you got some resentment towards your friend, and then it's just break off, and it's like, no, why?
Yeah.
Like, I'm human, you're human.
Yeah.
If I say something, why are you going to trip if I tell you my feelings? I'm just telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
All right.
No, absolutely.
That's how you feel. If I don't agree, let me try to figure out, like, okay, I'm just telling you this, and then we can come to an understanding or something, you know?
No, facts. And you know what? And I know I talk about dating a lot. I've talked about dating a lot thus far within the podcast. But I feel like a lot of the same things go into a friendship, because it's like, I think you need to have people in and out of your lives for you to grow yourself. Like, and I keep referring to my friends from high school, DeLorean and Brian. I love you guys. And I refer to them because I feel like the relationship is different because they knew me at a different point in my life. Now I'm a little bit more forward. Like, I'm a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but I'm very blunt. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That too. Okay, whatever. So be it. But I'm a lot more blunt than I would have been. Like, before then, I mean, this is like 5-6 years ago, I was very passive. Well, I'm still passive aggressive, but I was very like I was a pushover. So it was hard for me to admit when I was upset, for me to talk about what I was upset about. You know what I'm saying? So they knew me a lot more at that point in my life. So we have a different relationship, and we interact a little differently than me and you do, because you met me at a point where I was like fresh in LA. I felt like people were walking all over me, and I had to grow up and say something.
Y'all should see the tire tracks on her back. I mean,
tire tracks. Why the tire tracks? That was just
the footprints.
They were just stepping all over me. My God, I was like, they were beating on me. So you know, I'm serious. Like, everything I went through in LA was a lot of what made me who I am today, because I could not be a pushover. I had to speak my truth. I had to speak on what I was upset about. And it was something I wasn't used to. But, you know, you have friends in your life at different times for different reasons. So you also have to understand that sometimes you have friends and you fall out, because that's okay, and that's just kind of what's supposed to happen. I mean, I have another person I would consider a best friend from, like, early middle school up until, like, early high school. You know what I'm saying? We fell out because that just kind of just happened how it happened. You know what I'm saying? She was in my life for a reason, and she needed to be there at the time. You are so stupid. He's talking about, bye. See ya.
See you later.
But, you know, I really do feel like people are in and out, just like relationships. Like, people come in and out and you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? When you fall out with someone, you learn from each situation. You know, but I think a good friend, just again, to tie the bow on it, to wrap it all up, I feel like a good friend is someone that's able to understand you for who you are, you know what I'm saying, at your best, at your worst, and just know how to handle you, know how to communicate with you, and how to move on.
And they put their, like, feelings or their, like, opinions and their, you know, morals, whatever, aside to, like, really understand
just
you.
Understand you and communicate. Because, honestly, you being a good friend should be able to do the same for them, you know?
Because that's what I would want somebody to do for me. It's like, I get you may not agree with me. You may not feel the same way. But, like, let me tell you and let me...
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I understand you. Maybe we can talk about it, or maybe you can get me to a place that, like, betters myself. You know what I mean? If this is something that you're saying, this is not a good character flaw, you know, maybe we can work on that, then let's do it. You know what I mean? But, like, and if that's something you don't mess with, then fine.
Yeah.
Like, then...
On to the next
one.
So be it.
If you're really trying to help me grow and really trying to be there with me, then, like, let's work on it.
Yeah. And that's real. And it should flow. I feel like real friendships, they just flow naturally, and it's not forced.
Like, we could literally sit in the car in silence and don't care.
I kid you not.
I mean? Like,
I think we've done that plenty of times. We'll just sit here or in the house and just, like, sit. And
silence. I have no uncomfortability with that. Like, I'm chilling. Like, it's good.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd be, like, uncomfortable. Like, you just be with someone, like, y'all not talking. Like, I don't care. We're just here. I want your presence, and I love you, and we're friends. Like, that's it. Okay. And just as a little side note, y'all, we're in LA, okay? So people, crackheads, every type of everybody is everywhere, okay? So this lady, we were getting his car done. This is story time, and then we're wrapping it up.
Oh, my Lord.
We were getting his car an oil change so we can drive out to Vegas, and there was an old lady grandma just hanging out there, like 70-something, gotta be just by herself. Like, we literally thought she was with her grandson. Wasn't her grandson at all. No relation. Didn't know the kid. And we're like, oh. So we go over, and she just starts talking to us.
She didn't even have a car. Like,
no car. She had a walker.
Any work done.
Like a seated walker. Like, you can sit in it or you can walk with it. And anyway,
sister's chilling.
You guys, literally, this girl was really trying to, like, get us together. She said you guys are a good couple.
How many times? She said
no, too many times.
Together?
No,
you were together.
I said friends.
She said
that you guys. I don't know where I was going with that story, but I just had to let you.
That
guys
was
know.
hilarious.
I wish you guys were there.
We are cute together, but we're not together.
I know we're cute as friends. I love you, but you know, I'm just really grateful for the friendship that we have, and I hope that a lot of you guys are able to say you have a similar friendship, you know, because it's really important to have people in your life you can go to for literally anything, like no judgment at all. And I feel like that can be more than one person. That could just be that one person, like whatever it is. I think a good friend is just someone that you feel comfortable with.
Absolutely.
And you're willing to be patient with. But I'm really excited that you did this podcast.
Yeah,
I was so happy for you guys to meet him. Just literally my best friend. Okay, like I love him so much.
This was dope.
And you know, obviously make sure that you guys check him out on IG. I will definitely have his handle linked below. Make sure you guys share this with a friend if you guys have been enjoying these podcasts and these talks, because we get real, we get, you know, down to the nitty gritty. Always, I never cap. I keep it a buck with you guys every single time. Keep an eye out on my IG story for the next topic poll. I want you guys to vote. Click the link in my bio so you guys can sign up for those monthly newsletters. Okay, stay up to date. And you know, if you're feeling really friendly, you know, you can of course leave a little something for your girls, so I don't have to have these ghetto studios anymore, because clearly we're on a futon and you guys can see the handle, and this is really ghetto right now. But we make it do what it do, and I'm gonna make it work because I really have been enjoying this with you guys. So I love you, Javon. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, best friend.
One last shot for the road, okay?
Cheers, guys.
I love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.